Hello Foundation fans, welcome to another tips and tricks video. In this video I'm going to talk about farms, the sheep farm and the wheat farm. The only two we've currently got in the game. Sure, come release we'll see a few more additions to the farms, but for now we've got these two. So to start with the wheat farms, first tip, I would recommend only building the wheat farms one at a time and adding a field to it afterwards. If you build multiple farms and then multiple fields afterwards, you'll find that they seem to want to share the fields. They don't know which one's been assigned to them. So let's pop down a wheat farm in this space here. Okay, now the wheat farms have an efficient area around them that the wheat will be sown and the crop will be reaped. So what we want to make sure is that the farm is in the center, as these are, of the fields around them. So let's pop in a field. Now, the easiest way to gauge the size of your fields is to put in a radius that is from the edge of the farm to the edge of the radius of the fields, about the same width of the farm itself. So let's just make that a bit smaller. So roughly about there. You can maybe take it a little bit bigger. And then I don't want my crops too close to my farm, so we'll take that out. Now you don't need to do this next bit, but I like to. It's just an area for the pathway. Now the devs a little while back changed the farming so that the fields won't be built on pre-existing roads, so you don't need to do that, but it's something I like to do. We can then pop a wall around this farm, however you want to do it, square, circular. I prefer square, to be honest. And then we can fill in the rest of the field to match the wall that I put in. And that's it. As I say, as long as from the edge of your farm to the edge of the wall or the edge of the field is about the same width as the farm itself, and make sure that your field surrounds the farm, that'll get you most efficient use. We'll leave that to finish getting built whilst I go on to the sheep farms. Now the sheep farms are similar. The sheep will stay within a radius around the actual farm itself. Some people have found that there's issues with the sheep wandering off, and the reason for this, if I put in another extraction zone, now you don't need an extraction zone for the sheep. This is just as a visual guide. So the sheep want to graze in this whole area around. Now you stick a wall through the center of that. What they're going to want to do is get around that wall, so we'll do this just as an example. Now, like I said, the sheep want to graze in this part of the field, so to get to that they've got to go around this wall. Now if we make this wall even bigger, all the way over here, the little sheep will go all the way around this wall to stay within this radius. So make sure your sheep farm is in the center of that radius and there's no walls within that, otherwise I'll try and get around it. That's it really, that's the answer to your wandering sheep problem. Now this farm's been built. Get rid of that. As these guys start to fill it up, like I say, they won't build on pre-existing roads. These roads that I've got here will eventually disappear, fade away, and new one will be built, or will be created here as they come and go, and eventually they will build on this, or will create crops on it, should I say. Now another issue with the wheat farms is when you've got multiple farms like I have here, that there's The game has lots of operations saying I want to find a place to plant, I want to plant my crops. Now if you get too many of these queries going to the game engine too fast, there will be an issue. So if you have it on 5 times, they will not plant as much crop as they will on 2 times. I'm sure the devs will look at this again and get that fixed, but for now, if you're running out of bread, it's probably because you've been playing on 5 times for too long and they haven't actually filled their area of the fields. But that's about it for farms. If you've got any questions, feel free to pop them on the forum and I'll try and answer them to the best of my ability. But that's it for now. We'll see you soon.